Mr. Poroshenko, we're sitting here in your headquarters. You spent a lot of time at the front line in the past months. Now there's talks about possible peace. Where does it go at the moment?
First of all, Paul, I'm very happy to see you. And we worked together for 10 years, and in the most difficult period of Ukrainian time, you were together with us. I feel your shoulder. You were brave enough to go to the front line. And I think that unfortunately, despite that this Ukrainian situation and Ukrainian-Russian war is topic number one, it is still underinformed. And thank you very much indeed for your activity. Second, this is not just during the last weeks or months. Every single week of this wild-scale war, I'm the front line. This is my top priority. And I am proud that I am the leader as the biggest donator, supplier to the armed forces of Ukraine in Ukraine. And every single week it is more than €1 million, which is given to armed forces, supported that. Sometimes I am disappointed that supply from Minister of Defense, supply from all states is absolutely not enough, and volunteers, and me as a leader of my charity foundation doing this type of things. I'm proud that I was a creator of new Ukrainian armed forces, which surprised the world, which do enormous work to stop second biggest military machine in the world, save Kiev, save Ukraine, make a fantastic offensive operation in Kherson and Kharkiv. But if you ask me if I believe in the peace process, in one word, my answer would be no.
Why?
Because of Putin. I strongly first of all, I was very disappointed with the incident happening in the Oval Office in the last day of February. Ukraine will not win. Ukraine is not winner from this situation. At the same time, President Trump and US is also not winner, because from this picture is only one beneficial, and the name of this beneficial is Putin. But I fully support the necessity that first of all, I hate the idea to discuss any mineral agreement or something like that. This is simply not interesting for me. If we need investment from US, from Germany, from Europe, they're welcome. That situation we're interested in. But if we were asked, we are ready for the immediate and unconditional ceasefire, my answer would be yes, without any discussion. And why? Because first of all, situation with Trump is very short, very narrow, but window of opportunity. And
so how long is this window of opportunity? Because
nobody knows. Nobody knows, but definitely not long. I know what does it mean. It works 1-2 months, not more.
So there's only 1-2 months where the window of opportunity
exists
for the progress.
Using the Trump pressure, using the Trump manner, using the Trump deal-oriented approach, I said that's possible.
So after these 2 months, Mr. Poroshenko, you think there will be no chance and the war would go on?
It's either happen or not. I can tell you, if it is not happening within 2-3 months, this is not happen at all. This is my...
What does it mean then?
That would be never-ending war. Ukraine never accept any other form, but that would be never-ending war. And what is the positive results of the situation when Ukraine said, yes, we are ready for the unconditional, not only in the air or in the sea, but on the ground ceasefire? Because I'm confident.
I mean, you know...
Putin, this is a very important message. I'm confident Putin will not accept ceasefire. And I want that Trump approach should demonstrate the following. So if he organized all possible pressure on Putin to accept ceasefire, to launch ceasefire within 1 or 2 weeks, than to have all other steps of this scenario. That would be very good. But if not, if Putin make this type of things, put the condition, precondition, rejection, denial, and everything, I am waiting the plan B from the President Trump. And the plan B should be, first, more weapons to Ukraine. Second, more sanctions from the hell to Russia. Third, renew the transatlantic unity, make a unity among our partners. Fourth, financial support. Fifth, thinking about other version of the security guarantee, including possible membership in NATO.
So that's what should happen from your perspective after 3 months. But
no, after 3 months. Immediately when Putin do not accept that, Trump should use Plan B.
Okay, but how do you see what happened in the past week? You know Vladimir Putin. You were sitting with him at a negotiation table several times. So his answer...
Many times, 5 years. You know that.
I know that. So his answer to Trump so far, how would you analyze that?
First of all, until now, there is no answer.
Well, he said yes, but, or no, maybe.
Sorry about that. Can I say it exactly like this, maybe violating some polite? In a diplomacy, I just want to remind you that I'm the former Minister of Foreign Affairs, not only President. They said in diplomacy, everything before but is shit. So this is directly to Putin. If Putin said yes, but, forget about yes. Yes, but in Putin language means no. Second message from all my experience to Putin, please don't trust Putin, don't count on Putin.
Do you think
Putin, as a KGB agent, he is specially trained to lie. And second message, please don't be afraid of Putin. Where we united, we are stronger. When we are stronger, this is the only language, peace through strength, we can speak with Putin.
But Trump says he trusts Putin, publicly.
This is just a manner of President Trump. I absolutely confident President Trump don't trust Putin, undoubtedly.
So you think it's a negotiation strategy?
Yes, negotiation strategy, exactly. I work together with, we confront him with Putin, but I work together with Trump for 3 years. And I know President Trump. And this is...
What did he tell you about Putin?
I'm not sure that I have a right to speak about that and to disclose this, but I have a full impression that he do not trust Putin. Point number one. Point number two, I think that it is still possible to receive from the Trump so-called Plan B. So, for example, never during all the situation we can receive the green light for the lethal weapons from the United States.
We talk about this alternative plan, Mr. Poroshenko, but I want to understand what could happen in the next days, weeks, maybe. So
the only way how we can win, we, US, EU, is a strong answer on Putin no, or yes but, which means
so
no.
Putin says two things, or said two things, and now Trump again says there's negotiation ongoing and he has good signs and all of that. So Putin says, well, during this 30 days of ceasefires, there shouldn't be weapons incoming, there shouldn't be any mobilization, and he was also talking about NATO, about troops, about regions. So what is happening there right now?
From all my experience, until now, till this time, 4:40, Putin say nothing. Because what Putin said, and this is just a blah, blah, blah. He permanently changing all version he's saying about the precondition. My version is the following. My recommendation to the President Trump, my recommendation to the United Voice of Europe. No any precondition. if you said that you cannot make a ceasefire except the President Trump powerful message about 30 days ceasefire, that means no. And if it would be no, then sanction, weapons, financial assistance, unity, and NATO membership. And Putin should understand and have no illusion if it would be not a decisive step of Putin to stop the war, that would be war from the hell.
Understood, but Ukraine right now is under immense pressure. I mean, we see what's happened in Kursk. There's obviously no big encirclement. That's what Putin said, and by the way, Trump said as well. But we see that Ukraine had to retreat from the area mostly. So they're at the border now. So it looks like Ukraine is losing big time, and now the whole region they tried to take 6 months ago.
Paul, you are absolutely right. My message now is the following. We immediately should stop losing the people. Immediately should stop losing the territory. And we should immediately stop losing the time. People, territory, and time. At the same time, the situation in the Kursk was really, very, very extremely bad. But please, let's not overestimate the power of Russian army. I know that during my presidency, and we know that for the 3 years of the files yet. We just want to remind you that for organizing the offensive operation in Kursk, Russia should stop all the other offensive operation on the 2,000 kilometers of the front. They stop activity on Pokrovsk, taking the troops and sending it to Kursk.
But Mr. Poroshenko, I understand, but if we're honest, I mean, Russia, whatever we think about their army and in which shape they are, I mean, they are winning right now in Kursk, and they're also taking land.
They are not winning, but they have a...
Yeah, but they're taking also land, not very fast, but they're taking land in Donbas region, for example, and there's rumors about they might attack Sumy region.
Yeah.
So they are in the offense right now.
Yeah.
So,
right.
I mean, your troops, Ukrainian troops, are super tired. Probably Russians are too.
You're right.
But we see in the population a big discussion about fairness inside the army. And there's more and more people saying, where does it go? We need to stop here because it will not get better for us. So people would argue, I've been talking to, they said, if we continue fighting and we go into summer or autumn, our situation won't be better. Russians will take more control.
There is no any clear answer on that. First of all, I fully agree what you said. Soldiers are tired, people are tired, Ukrainians are tired, and the situation is extremely difficult. That's why I said that we should be decisive enough. But
what do you mean was decisive enough? Because you don't have enough troops, for example.
I tried to explain you. First of all, Russia should pay high price for not accepting the ceasefire. What does it mean, higher price? We should have significantly more amount of the long-range missile. And the critical infrastructure of Russia should pay a higher price.
But that's what's been told 3 years, Mr. Poroshenko.
No, we don't have. 3 years we don't have a long-range missile. 2 years we don't have a long-range missile. We don't have enough air defense
but
missile.
All experts say this
now we don't have intelligence information. And you said, okay, nothing changed. No, we should have ATACMS, we should have Taurus from Germany, we should have more Gepard, we should have, we finish almost air defense from the ballistic missiles of Russia.
But you don't have enough people anymore.
For this situation, we don't need people. We have enough people. We don't have enough people for the assault operation on the direct front line. You're right. That's why, how we should protect that? We should build up the fortification. We should take care about the lives of every single soldier. We should forget now the words offensive operation. Stop doing that. Stop killing people. Try to stop Russian troops. Defense territory is a top priority. Using the fortification, minefield, state-of-the-art air defense against guided bombs. All the things which possible to stop Russia, to push them to pay higher price. Because that's, and sanction is the very strong motivation for Putin to finish the war. We should stop ability of Putin to finance the war, increasing the sanction. And I know how to do that. And with this situation, we need to have more effective position. What else we need? Unity. Unity among partners. Because if we have a conflict between Europe and US, if we can attack on NATO, that makes us weaker. And the last, but the most important thing, we need to have an internal unity inside the country. Because this is what Putin will use to destroy Ukraine even faster than offensive operating on the front line.
Let's talk about that, what happened here in Kiev right now. You're under sanctions like other people in Ukraine, like oligarchs in Ukraine?
No.
But the party, so...
I am the only person.
Well,
who is
Kolomoisky...
He is not Ukrainian. He is Israeli citizen. All other under the sanction is not Ukrainian, not being in Ukraine. And I am the only political leader of the opposition, without any explanation, with the absolutely unconstitutional, illegal, and which is very important, extrajudicial. We don't have any court decision. This is just a very stupid, illegal, criminal violation of the law.
Why did that happen from your perspective? There's rumors in the press.
No idea. Only one situation. Unfortunately, the government and Zelensky afraid the political situation, and he want to make it clear to remove all the competitors, all the figures on the political arena. This is illegal and unacceptable. And this is not just a sanction, because can you imagine that in any countries of Europe, for example, the leader of the opposition, the government make an attempt to stop for the leader of the opposition to visit in parliament. So illegal, unacceptable.
Is Trump right in his criticism about the political situation here? J.D. Vance, Donald Trump, the Republican.
I can say like this. If you're asking me about the dictatorship and who is the dictator, my answer is dictator is Putin. But it is absolutely unacceptable when Ukraine moving to the limits of democracy, to the limits of freedom, to attack on the local self-governance, to attack on the leader of the opposition, illegal and unconstitutional. And with this situation, we should immediately stop that. Not because we should save opposition of them, but we should keep unity. And unity is a very key, very powerful factor to stop Putin.
Why is Zelensky doing that? I just said in the media there's...
Next time you will see
treason.
Zelensky.
They said there's rumors about that they want to convict for treason.
Mm-hmm.
There's talks about former business with Russia in the past, when you were a businessman in 2000.
All this is not true. Very simple. He has more than 6 years. This is part from his election campaign. He has 6 years either to present the evidence or stop blah, blah, blah.
What is the consequences for you personally right now and for your party?
I cannot have a parliamentary diplomacy, go and have a meeting with my sister party, including to Germany, including to participate in the political assembly or congress of the European People's Party, illegally. And this is just a demonstration, the very irresponsible approach from Zelensky. Another thing.
So how would you call Zelensky if you don't call him dictator?
He is an unfortunate leader of the team who move nation to the dictatorship. But Ukraine is not Russia, and we don't allow to build up dictatorship in Ukraine. This is the big difference. And another things which we should now fully understand, that this is not only attack on the opposition, not only attack on freedom and democracy, but also attack for our European future. Because the rule of law, which is brutally violated now, is definitely stop us on our European integration.
Why is he doing that? Why is he doing that from your perspective?
I think, Paul, that you should ask him about that. I hate an idea to give you a version, because this version is very negative. But I still want to remind you that my political forces, as a second biggest parliamentary fraction in the parliament, we are for unity. Even now we said, okay, forget everything. We will speak about that when we will have a ceasefire and stop the martial law. But now the unity is a key factor who can save Ukraine.
Donald Trump.
And if you stop European integration, I just want to remind you, just in the 12th of March, it was the special resolution of the European Parliament. And they said it is illegal not to allow members of parliament to go. It is illegal to attack opposition. And if you are not react on that, that means that for you, attack on the opposition is more important than the European integration, which is supported. And this is a key factor for survive Ukraine.
Trump wants Zelensky to resign. Do you think he's right? Do you want Zelensky to resign?
Point number one.
Yes or no?
Point number one. This is not Trump matter. Who would be the leader of Ukraine? This is the question for Ukrainian people. Point number two, that I think we should ask Zelensky about that.
No, I ask you.
I give you my answer. We should ask Zelensky about that. And do you know what Zelensky said about that? In his election program in the year 2019, he said, I never go to the second term. I stop with the first term. If it is his direct promises, why I should give my own opinion about that? I count on him.
So Trump had contact to you personally?
Since year 2016 till year 2019, definitely yes. We have an absolutely perfect and effective contact.
Were you in contact with him in the past weeks and months?
Just shake hands on the prayer breakfast.
Which breakfast?
Prayer breakfast in Washington.
And
no.
Did you talk with each other?
No. But I talk with his team. I have a very good meeting with the national security. He was then a congressman from Florida, Mr. Waltz. He is now a national security advisor, and I was very much admired. He is very deeply informed about that, and this meeting was very good. Together with lots of Republican members of Congress and other members of Trump team.
Did you get the impression from your meetings with Mr. Waltz and other people from Trump's team that they want a change in Ukraine in terms of a new president?
That's happening before their appointment. That's happening in December and January, before the 20th of January. And I have no any this type of
Because there was a report in Politico that the US wants kind of...
We don't discuss these particular things.
So you never discussed
Neither me, no members of my team.
So what do you think is Trump's strategy right now in terms of Ukraine?
I think, look, Trump is a very specific person. They try to blame him that he is not pro-Ukrainian. I can accept that. But I can absolutely guarantee that he is not pro-Russian. He is pro-American because he is American president. And this is his understanding of the role to being pro-American. But if he has enough power, strategy to stop the war, We start this interview with that. We have a window of opportunity. We can stop the war, and the only person who can stop the war is President Trump.
Are you afraid to go to prison?
Look, first of all, I have no reason to be afraid, because I have no any reason for that. But if it would be politically motivated prosecution, if it would be violated of the law, definitely that would be very dangerous for Ukraine and very dangerous for those who make this decision.
When do you expect the next steps in terms of?
I'm an optimist, and I think that the unity approach will win. And I think that this is extremely dangerous for my country, for my people, to concentrate not on the fight with Putin, but on the fight with Poroshenko. Those who concentrate on that definitely lose.
Thank you very much, Mr. Poroshenko. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.